Hello, folks. Welcome to the Gobbler Coaches Show. My partner Ray and I are here with Coach Jack Alvarez. Coach, congratulations on a big victory last week in the regional final versus the Navarro Panthers.
Well, thank you. Anytime you get a win in December, things are going your way.
Coach, talk about the game a little bit. Again, your team faced some adversity with Navarro scoring on the first play of the game. But then after that, it seemed like your defense kind of kept that running back in check for the remainder of the game.
Well, we just settled in and played. And that's what I had to say about these guys. One of the things I love about them, it's like we play. We just play. No matter what happens to us, we just try to play through whatever the situation is, whether it's good or bad. I've seen some teams can't play when it's good. They'll get up on somebody, but these guys, they like playing the game. They play together, and I just don't see us getting real rattled ever.
Yeah, well, they did. It's good adjustment and whatever did, but he had 179 in the first half, and he only had 73 in the second half. So.
We went back. I mean, we kind of did a special defense for them, and we had some new personnel on the field for it. And second half, we kind of went back to most of our regular personnel, and I think that helped just the guys that had been on the field more and putting them back in their spot. I think it just made us comfortable.
That's a credit to Coach Blanc and the defensive staff. You hadn't even seen that. Well, you've seen the kid on tape, but that kid never carried the ball one time in the first game.
No, we saw him on film. We knew he was fast, but I mean they did. And Navarro, they did a good job of doing some things a little different too. I have to hand it to them. That offense, and I think I said it that night. That offense. May not be the funnest one to watch in the world, but I'm telling you now that they give people a fits of what they do, and their personnel and kids really fit it well. They do a good job with it, and anytime you can beat a slot T team that's really running the slot team, it's a major accomplishment because, and I'll talk about this just a little bit, it makes you as an offensive coach a little uncomfortable because you don't get as many possessions. We talked about that, and we go down the first two times, we get holding penalties and have to punt the ball. Holy cow. And, they were just huge runs, and then all of a sudden we get chances down there on the other end, and as Ray would call it, I got a little pass happy maybe trying to get it in the end zone. Because, I mean, and the thing is, I mean, we knew we could throw it on them, and you miss one or, one don't come out of your hand right, or you get pressure, and then next thing you know, you lost that chance. But you got to do what your kids can do well, and we got great confidence in running and throwing in the second. And then after that, it's just like that one drive that when the time's running out, we ran the ball all the way down the field.
Well, no, that was the main thing I wanted to talk to you about this week.
We talking about the last drive of the game?
Okay. Yeah, I know we're jumping from first.
No, that was changes. One of the things I was going to. Go ahead.
Oh, I think the key there was you were, and actually this will show you how many people listen, but I don't know if you remember the comment. You threw a pass to Xavier about 8 yards, 10 yards, and he just calmly stepped out of bounds and stopped the clock. And I made the comment about, reminds me of McWhorter to Darrell Wayne Cooper against Brazosport in Tully Stadium in 1974 when we had to score at the end of the game and we just methodically moved the ball down the field. I got an email this week. Somebody told Darrell Wayne Cooper that we mentioned him on the broadcast, and awesome. he emailed me and said thank you, but that's not what. But you had to be thinking, I shouldn't say that. Were you thinking, I ask it in the question form, were you thinking that
the lawyer in
right, because of what happened in their game against Sinton, that you didn't want to get the ball with 2 minutes and whatever
9 seconds.
9 seconds left and score on the second play deep, give them the ball back? Because if they scored to get to 35-44, was it in your mind that they might go for two and you might not have a chance in overtime?
Exactly what I was thinking.
That's brilliant. Because you had to be thinking that.
I knew they would go for two because, one, the same kicker that beat us that night has not hardly made an extra point all year and didn't in that game. So I knew that they were probably going to go for two just like they did to tie us. So the possession before, when we run it all the way down the field, I'm trying to get some time off the clock because we're winning by one. So I'm trying to get some time off. And then I want to score just in case we. And holy cow, I didn't mean to score that fast.
We talked about mega score too quick.
And we did score too quick, and they go down and they get to two just like I thought they would do. So, right there at the end, we're trying to.
Right.
I've got a timeout left.
No, I thought
I've got a timeout left, and we do that drill every week. We do it once a week, every week, and we do it live against our defense. So it's really good practice for us, and I think that's why we were calm. And I thought our kids handled that situation really, really well. And what I was trying to do right there, right when we scored, we ran a crossing route in the middle, and the thing was, if the safety tried to back into the post, we were going to throw it over the middle. Now then, we could spike the ball, run the ball, call our timeout,
right,
kick a field goal if we had to, or take another shot in the end zone. That's how I had it played out in my mind. And when we saw that safety run down, we go, oh, we got a chance to win it right here, and holy cow, I made a play.
Well, and I mean, I'm sorry, I have so many questions today because I'm excited. But talk about the maturation of Jerry Rosette. Talk about where he's come from game 4 last year when he started the first game to like that last play where he stepped up in the pocket like twice before.
That goes
and he's 5 foot. How tall is he? 5'9"?
9, maybe 5'8", 5'9". But anyway, it goes from, and part of the reason of Jerry, we knew Jerry could throw the ball when we got here. I mean, just mechanically, he does some really good stuff. But a lot of his personality and confidence and just, I'm talking about when I first got here and not being able to, like the play he called the other night to win the game. I think that was, I think we were in twins left L, guns 75 mesh. It's a lot of words for a kid that's not real sure. And for us to be able to just signal that in real fast and him be able to call it and go through his progressions and throw it in there as a credit to him, how smart he is, how serious he takes it, and then the things that Coach Willingham does with
That's what I'm saying. Talk about Jake. What he works with him.
Jake works with
your quarterbacks coach.
He's our quarterbacks coach. He works with him constantly. He works with him pocket, from everything from pocket presence to hey, safety's up, safety's down. This, sometimes we may read it from high to low, low to high, depending on who we're playing. And Jerry, smart kid, and man, they get each other. That's a really great relationship those two guys have. And I got a ton of respect for Jake and how he treats him and talks to him. He's hard on him, but I'm telling you, they have a special relationship, and they get each other, and that's really all that matters at this point in the year. Jerry understands what we're trying to throw and where we're trying to throw it, and we put a lot of pressure on Jerry in the run game too. And we've allowed him to start running the ball some here late because, I didn't want to do that in week 2, but all of a sudden that's a little bit of a weapon for him to be able to run the ball some, and them not expect it a whole lot because our tendencies say he's not getting the ball.
Right.
He's not going north and south. He's either running sideways or throwing it. And it just to be able to check. We do a lot of check plays. Like we got some stuff, and I'll tell you, I don't know how much I should say on the air. I don't know who's listening, but we do a lot of stuff. It's run pass check. They do this, we throw it. They do this, we run it. And then sometimes it'll be, hey, we're gonna if these guys are lined up over here like this, we're gonna run it opposite way.
Even though the play was called into that, let's go the opposite way.
And we got some stuff. We got sometimes we'll go 2 runs and a pass. I know people don't really realize, and that's why we do have the balance, I think.
Oh yeah,
we
259 passing and 250 rushing against Navarro.
That's what I'm telling you. And we've had games where we've had 100 more yards rushing than we have passing, or vice versa. But that's not the deal. We're really, really trying to take what they're giving us. We're trying to impose our will when our will's at our advantage. That's how I would like to put it. But anyway, it's a fun. It's really, really fun to coach kids in this offense once they get it, and it's been the same everywhere I've been. Even in Cove, we were fairly successful moving the ball, and it has to do with the kid. Everybody can buy into it because everyone sees they got a chance at the ball.
In the last game against Navarro, when and you may have done it. Well, I know you ran the quarterback draw a couple of times against Wimberley, which I know was called, but just the quarterback sneak, is that just Jerry taking off because nobody's over the center and you've given him that liberty? You call it?
I call it. Now, last week I did give him some leeway to do it, and he just never would do it, so I called it. He would just not do it. I don't know why. Okay. I tell you, if you ever see you see 2 threes, no linebacker, you holler bingo, bingo, and you're gone, and I think they might have gave it to us once, but they were just so spread out there running sideways. I called quarterback
that's
sneak a
good.
couple times.
I'm sorry. Okay.
You saw it more in the Wimberley game, where there was nobody in the middle, where he took advantage of that and took
Right.
it himself, as opposed to the Navarro game.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Well, Coach, credit to you and your staff. The kids have bought in, like you said, to use your words, have bought into to what y'all are trying to do. You know, last year, tough year, blame it on COVID, but this year, I think credit to you and your staff. The kids have bought into what y'all are trying to
Well,
do.
they were hungry, and a community like this will make you hungry. Just like last night at the pep rally, just all the people down there and the Christmas lights, and that's the easy sell for a kid and for a coach, and just man, that's a lot of fun for them and the community to want to be good. That's not everywhere in Texas anymore. It's not, and it's a special place for that. And believe it or not, there's a pressure on the kids to want to be good, and that is worth more than you'll ever know, because if there's pressure on kids, there's pressure on coaches, and I never want to be somewhere that there's not pressure to win. I've always said that, and I've never been fired. I've fired a couple places, but I've never been fired. That's what I fire them over. If there's no pressure to win, it's not really a place I want to be.
Yeah.
Well, that text, that photo I sent you yesterday, that was not me. The girls at KN put that up, but they
That was
put
awesome.
on there, teams to remember play in December.
That's
You know,
awesome.
and that's talking about the town and everything. But yeah, I'll throw this in right now. But I went back and looked. Since 1970, tonight will be the 18th time we've played in the semifinals.
That is awesome.
18 times.
Well, tonight's matchup in the semifinals is against the China Spring Cougars. Talk about what your offense and defense can face against those guys.
Well, we're going to see a 4-3 on defense, and on offense, we're going to see a spread speed option type team. Quarterback's a dynamic player. He is a very good runner. He is proficient at throwing the ball, but if he had a weakness, I would say they do not throw the ball near as well as they run it. He's a very strong runner, and if he pitches it or hands it off and they run a little zone option, read option also. Number 4, I would compare him maybe to maybe Wimberley's other back, not 5, but the other kid that they played. He's a big, strong runner too, and like it'll be those two. They're pretty good. I would say number 2 is probably just speed wise. He's a 4-5 kid. He's got a lot of speed and strength, so that'll be the deal. They're big. They got a big old 74 offensive lineman in there, and
He should be from Alabama or Georgia with the name Major Bowden. I mean, that sounds like an SEC name.
Florida State.
Florida, yeah.
Bobby
Bowden, yeah, Major Bowden.
His dad is actually a coach, and we have some guys on staff have a relationship with his dad. So he's a great guy, great kid. So he's a typical coach's kid, and I think the AD's got a couple kids playing on the team. They got, and I've also been, you hear the communities talk and all, and they're starting. It used to be Midway. They got a lot of the college professors and coaches' kids. The word is, China Spring's starting to get a lot of those guys. So anyway, it'll be I will think it'll be a classic matchup. They are. I think they're a good football team, and they'll do things right, and we'll have to. It'll take a good job from the coaches and the kids and everybody all night long to make this happen the way we want it to happen. I know they're out there. They're supposed to be giant killers. They killed Carthage and they killed West Orange, and maybe it's our turn to kill a giant.
That's right.
I mean,
that's right.
I'm in. I think it's a very possible thing to do. Things we're going to have to be able to do. It's kind of like what I described on our philosophy. We're going to have to take some throws when they give it to us. We're going to have to be able to run the ball, and we're going to have to contain number 2. We'll do those things, and not have a bunch of turnovers and not be panicky and punt when we're supposed to punt, go for it on 4th and short sometimes, or I'm not saying we don't take any chances. I'm saying we do. But we need to be surgical about those things when we do it.
Keep it in perspective, so to speak. Ray, I know there's no history between these two teams, but talk a little
One
bit.
time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They beat us in the semifinals in 2007.
Oh, okay.
Well, I have a history too. They beat me in 2007 when I was a head coach at Kirbyville in the quarterfinals.
Okay.
So
All right.
So
Maybe I don't like them either.
Yeah. No, that was Tyler Arndt's sophomore year. Quincy Whittington, Jordan's older brother, I believe, was a senior that year. And we played him in Burger Stadium in Austin, and it was well below freezing at kickoff. It was cold.
All right. I did not realize we played them before.
So critical play in that game was early in the game, and I'm going to punt in this regard. I don't remember if it was a deflected deal that was intercepted. There was a turnover that was called against us that should not have been a turnover. One of those where somebody with the camera from the sidelines has the still shot, that shows up 3 days after the game. You know what I'm saying? In the ball, I think they called it an interception on a tipped ball, and the ball actually hit the ground, and that was kind of one of the key momentum swings in the game. If that's my memory, but it was at Burger Stadium and that out on the south side of Austin.
All right.
So 37-14. So we played them once.
Okay. And goes without saying, the winner punches their ticket to the state game next week at AT&T versus either Salina or Gilmer.
I'll take either one. It will not
I know
matter.
you will. I know
it will
you
not
will.
matter to me.
Yeah.
I know you will. Coach, talk about what else is going on in Gobbler athletics.
Really pretty quiet around here. We got some junior high basketball going on. I know our 8th grade boys are really rolling. And then our girls have beat Sinton. We had a tough week with some injuries and lived through a tournament and a half without all our team. I think we got everybody back and we're up and rolling again. Coach Crane got a big win against Sinton. So other than that, I would think that'd be a fairly good regional type matchup in our region. So or a good regional win. So everything's going good.
Good deal. Ray, you have anything else?
Yeah, like I said, 18th time that we have been the regional, and that's a misnomer now. We've been the 18th time we've played in the semifinals. Let's say it that way, because regional now is the game before the quarterfinals. So that was the Wimberley game, and then the quarterfinals. But we've won the quarterfinals and been one of the final 4 teams. This is the 18th time.
Good deal.
So,
Well, Coach, good luck tonight against the China Spring Cougars.
Thank you very much, guys.
I hope we're talking again next week. And
I would love to work next week. I know
breaking it down next week.
Hey, school's out early on Wednesday. I'll be willing to work all the way to Friday.
yeah, there you go.
All right.
All right.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
folks, welcome to Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex in Round Rock, Texas for tonight's semifinal matchup between the number 5 China Spring Cougars coming in with a record of 14-0 and the number 7 Cuero Gobblers coming in with a record of 13-1. Ray, not really much to say when you get to the semis. I mean, it's just lay it all out on the line. Two tough teams going head to head.
Yeah, 18 to be in the semifinal game. We did play China Spring in the semifinals in 2007 here, not here in Austin. Round Rock's got part of Austin to me, but over at Burger Stadium on the south side of Austin on a very, very cold day. And China Spring won that game 37-14. It's the only time Cuero and China Spring have ever played. Yeah, you can. You can look at what people prognosticated. You can look at what people have guessed. I've watched several games that they've played on film, and it's going to come down to who executes, who doesn't make turnovers, and who can force a turnover and who can get a break here or there. Because at this point, with Cuero, China Spring, Salina, and Gilmer, 3 C's and a G. How's that?
Yep.
So everybody that's left's good, Clay.
In the coach's show, Coach Alvarez talked about their potent offense. I think the key tonight is the Cuero defense stopping Major Bowden, who's the senior quarterback for the China Spring Cougars.
Yeah, we talked about that. We kind of chuckled with a name like Major Bowden. Sound like he should be the quarterback at Florida State or Clemson or somewhere in the southeast. But his dad. Brad Bowden is one of the assistant coaches on the China Spring staff, so he's obviously a kid who knows and understands football. But I don't have any of their season stats, but from the 2 games I've watched, I'd be shocked if he's not their leading rusher.
And their second go-to man is number 4, Kyle Barton, who's a sophomore, pretty good running back himself. So. Again, in my opinion, the key tonight is the Cuero defense against the China Spring offense, shutting those 2 guys down and getting them off the field.
Yeah, I don't think I watched the film for the Carthage game and the China Spring Carthage game and the China Spring West Orange Stark game. In West Orange Stark, great defensive team, but offensively, there's nowhere near they're as potent offensively as Cuero is. There's no way they can throw the ball the way we could. And Carthage just looked out of sync that whole game. I'm not trying to be critical, but they just looked like they had no continuity to whatever they were trying to do. And they're doing the simulated snap that we joke about all the time. Cuero won the toss and deferred. And so Cuero is going to kick from what I'm going to call the north end zone. You agree that to the left is north, Clay?
Yep.
We will defend the north end zone. China Spring will receive and defend the south end zone. For those of y'all who are listening, if you didn't go in 2007 and see the game, it looks like there's not really a college team in my mind that matches Cuero's colors, but if I was going to guess, it looks like University of North Carolina playing Marshall.
There you go.
We're green and white. They've got solid baby blue pants and tops, solid baby blue helmets, but they look like the North Carolina Tar Heels.
We'll pause for the national anthem, folks, and we'll be back to continue talking. All right, folks, we're back after the national anthem. Gobblers will kick this thing off. China Spring will get the ball first. On defense, you're going to have, for the Cuero Gobblers, you're going to have Xavier Durham and Justin Bandit, your cornerbacks. The linebackers are going to be Donovan Jones, Sean Burks, Brant Patek, Braden Mathis. Safeties are Jeremiah Wilson and Dason Varela. The interior linemen are going to be A.J. Arroyo, Kason Jander, Javari Bacon, and then you'll also hear us talk about Christian Holmes. So here we go, folks.
Well, now this is interesting. We said we deferred. He signaled that we deferred, but we're getting the ball. Yeah, we did. He did. He did do that. I'm asking other people in the booth with us that the ref patted us on the deal, but the China Spring will kick it off the Cuero. They usually high pooch kick it, so whoever's at the 30 needs to be careful.
All right, fielded by Tyson Williams at about the 15-yard line. He gets out to about the 24. So let me run the offense for you right quick. Wide receivers, LeBron Johnson and Xavier Durham. Your tight end is A.J. Arroyo. The linemen are Kyle Weghorst, Matt Guerrero, Cameron Body, Jake Plunkett, and Jason Vela. In the backfield, you have quarterback Jerry Rosette, running back Zyler Jones, and Tyson Williams. So you're right, Ray. He said Cuero deferred, but yet here we go. Cuero's got the ball first. Ball's going to be spotted at their 24-yard line, 1st and 10. Rosette under center, Williams behind him. Throws quick pass out to the left flat, flags on the play. It's caught, but flags on the play.
They didn't blow the whistle.
Yep,
no, but they're going to signal it on us.
They're pointing to Cuero. So, again, quick snap to Rosette, quick throw out to
false start
to Xavier Durham. He catches it, but it's coming back.
They will. I know y'all can't see. It's audio only tonight, but they do crowd the line of scrimmage. They'll have 5 or 6 guys on the line of scrimmage almost from tackle to tight end. So that first play somewhat makes sense. Let's get the ball to the outside in a hurry and see what they do with it. But there's 6 guys.
Rosette under center, Tyson Williams lined up behind him. Pitch to Tyson Williams over the left-hand side. Gets the yardage back +2. So good 7-yard gain there by Tyson Williams over the left-hand side. Folks, tonight's game sponsors, Team Gable, Horseshoe Bay Resort Realty, Brad Gable and Christy Gable. Brad Gable's the next Gobbler, and we'll give you the other sponsor in a minute. Gobblers are going up tempo. Rosette pitches to Jones around the right-hand side. He gets 1. So good defense there by the Cougars. The other game sponsor tonight is Russell Gable with Edward Jones. So we want to thank both those Gable boys for tonight's game sponsorship.
First third down of the night, 3rd and 7 from the Cuero 28. We need to make it, you might could call it 3rd and 6.
Shotgun formation, Tyson Williams and LeBron Johnson split to the near side. Xavier Durham split to the far side. Rosette looks to his left, throws, got Xavier Durham. He falls down after catches it. Going to be about a yard short, Ray.
Yeah.
Probably less than a yard. So here we go, 4th and less than a yard at the 33.5-yard line. The pass was not quite on target, but Durham made good adjustment and caught the ball, but it took him back away from the first down marker. And so here we go, 4th and less than a yard, Rosette. Looking to the sidelines to. I think they're going to quick kick it. He backs up a little, and Jerry Rosette quick kicks it. End over end kick, takes a Gobbler roll down into Cougar territory, fielded at about the 28-yard line. So going to mark it at the 29. So folks, Gobblers less than a yard short to get the first down. They elect to quick kick it. And here we go, Gobbler defense against the China Spring Cougar offense. China Spring comes straight to the line. Two receivers split to either side. The quarterback, Bowden, in a shotgun formation. Takes the snap, hands off around the left-hand side to the running back. He gets about 7 yards and forced out of bounds by Justin Banda. Second and 3. Actually, it's going to be 2nd and 4. Quarterback takes the snap, hands off to the running back over the right-hand side, and he gets a first down. Brought down by Kaysen Jander, but not after a gain that'll give them a first down. Ball is going to be spotted at the China Spring 41-yard line. China Spring goes up tempo. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side, empty backfield. Quarterback. And Weghorst jumped. China Springs pointing to Cuero, and that's what the call's going to be. Offsides, Cuero, 1st and 5. Same formation, 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Quarterback in a shotgun, empty backfield. Takes the snap, keeps it himself over the right-hand side. Gets first down yardage and more into Gobbler territory. Exactly what we've been seeing him do, Ray, the last couple of, probably all year long, but the last couple of games that I've watched on film, he's just a direct snap, and he's going either right or left.
He picked up 8, so back-to-back first downs.
Ball spotted at the Cuero 46-yard line, 1st and 10, China Spring. Quarterback runs the option, gives it to the running back around the left-hand side, and he's got some room close to the first down marker. So big chunks of yardage brought down by Patek and Dason Varela, but not after a gain of 10.
40s, yeah, 10 in the first down.
Two receivers split to the far side, 1 to the near side. Shotgun formation. Bowden takes the snap, hands off to the running back up the middle. He gets nothing. They may give him a loss of a little bit there.
Yeah, back out to the 37.
All right, so loss of 1, bring up 2nd and 11. They don't huddle, Ray. They go to the line and get the play from the sidelines. Quarterback rolls to his right, looks downfield, throws, got a man caught short of the sticks, though, driven out of bounds by Xavier Durham.
What number can you – oh, boy, 15, thank you, man. The baby blue with the white on it's hard to see as high as we are.
Here we go, 2nd and 1. Quarterback hands off to the running back up the middle, and he gets the first down. He's close, but I think you're going to give it to him. Brought down by the interior lineman, Weghorst, Bacon, but not.
That receiver's 19.
So. Okay, looks, got a flag on the play, it looks like. Or no, they're measuring. Chain crew comes out, and it is a first down, barely. All right, 1st and 10, China Spring at the Cuero 26-yard line. If you're just joining us, Cuero went 3 and out, punted it to China Spring. This is their first drive. 2 receivers split to the near side, 1 to the far side. Hands off to the running back up the middle, brought down after a gain of about 5.
They both number 4 for them who goes, boy, their program's tiny. Kyle Barton and the quarterback, Major Brody. They always tend to turn their back and spin. In the last 2 yards, they're falling backwards onto their back.
2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Quarterback takes the snap, hands off to Barton over the right-hand side.
Not much doing
Not
there.
much. Gain of about 1. He's coming off limping, Ray. Barton is limping off. Into the game goes number 14, Jackson Battles.
3rd and 4, big play. We've had a knack all year to bend but don't break, Clay, you know.
Looks like the Jackson Battles went out to a wide receiver position, and number 19,
Who caught,
Isaiah William, comes into the running back position. Bowden takes the snap himself, pitches it out there to Williams, wide open, breaks one tackle, gets into the end zone for a touchdown. So their running back gets hurt. They move the wide receiver out to the running back position. They run the option around the left-hand side, and he goes for a 26-yard touchdown.
I was kind of surprised that the official standing on the goal line, boy, they locked up our defensive back and turned him all the way around and was holding on to him from the backside.
Okay. Good. The PAT is good. So with 6:46 left to go in the first quarter, that brings the score to China Springs 7, Cuero 0. Our first quarter sponsor tonight is the Cuero Record. We also like to say that RNC Insurance and Lance Tire and Automotive are gold sponsors of the Cuero Gobbler Booster Club. I want to thank Jay and Selena Condi, who are proud sponsors of the Cuero Gobbler Booster Club. We thank those sponsors for their donations.
Well, they went 10 plays, accumulated 5 first downs, chewed up 307. All of it was on the ground with the exception of the 1 10-yard pass on 2nd and 11, aided by 1 offside penalty by the Gobblers. But rather workmanlike for China Spring on their first possession.
All right, deep for the Gobblers is going to be Tyson Williams and Dason Varela. High pooch kick fielded by Xavier Durham over his shoulder. It goes out of bounds, almost recovered by the China Spring Cougars, but it rolls out of bounds at about the 21-yard line. So dangerous play there. The old rule, Ray, never
go back.
Never
back up to catch the ball. Make somebody from behind you catch it.
Xavier caught it over his shoulder, like an outfielder would do, and was almost disaster. All right, Durham and Johnson split to the near side. Rosette and Jones, Zyler Jones in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Rosette takes a snap, rolls to his right, looks downfield, throws. Caught by Durham, loses his feet, or would have had more yards. A gain of about 8. Could have been a gain of about 18 if he'd have kept his feet. So here we go, 2nd and 2. Johnson split out to the near side, only wide receiver out there. Rosette turns and hands off to Tyson over the right-hand side. He bounces it, tries to go out the backside, and gets dropped for a no gain.
Oh, they're going
to give him a little bit of yards.
Yeah, they may give him. Well, yeah, we got to get to the 31. They're going to give him 1.
All right, so 3rd and 1. Man, if he could have got out the back door, there was clear sailing. But that defense of China Spring is very, very relentless. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. Gobblers come to the line. Rosette keeps it himself. Going to get the first down. Just kept it himself over the right-hand side, followed his right guard and right tackle, and got enough for the first down. Gobblers go quickly. LeBron split to the far side. Durham in a slot. Pitch to Jones around the left-hand side. Keeps his feet and gets positive yardage. Good run there by Zyler Jones to get about 5. Ball's going to be spotted at the Cuero 37-yard line, 2nd and 5. Durham to one side, Johnson to the other side. Rosette, Williams in the backfield, shotgun. Rosette drops straight back, is flushed, throws, incomplete. Intended receiver was LeBron Johnson. Johnson was just running a curl route down there on the Gobbler sidelines, and Rosette couldn't hit him. 3rd and 5. LeBron Johnson split to the near side. Everybody else tight. Rosette under center. 6 seconds on the play clock. He gets it off, pitches it to Tyson.
Why didn't he go outside,
Short,
man?
doesn't make it.
If he'd have gone outside, he'd still be running. Yeah, they had that set up the way they wanted it, I think. He just
Quick pitch to Tyson around the right-hand side. He cuts it up rather than stretching it.
Yeah.
And it's going to bring up a 4th and 2. Cuero offense stays on the field.
Yep.
Durham and Johnson to the far side. Tyson Williams to the near side. Rosette shotgun.
Oh,
God,
we moved.
dog, we jumped. A.J. Arroyo jumped. So, punt team comes on. Not the start that the Gobblers wanted. Brant Patek is your punter. Deep for the Cougars is number 8, Trey Hafford. High snap. Patek gets a line drive, head high punt off, and it's fielded at the 38-yard line, so not one of his better punts. He did have to rush it, though. So
27-yard punt.
China Spring will start at their 38-yard line. Limitless Off-Road and Performance is a gold sponsor of the Cuero Gobbler Brewster Club, along with the Cuero Record, who is also a gold sponsor of the Cuero Gobbler Brewster Club. All right, folks. China Spring's second drive of the night, already leading 7-0 following the touchdown on their first drive. Quarterback flanked by 2 running backs in a shotgun formation. Hands off to the running back up the middle. Big hole. He's off to the races into Gobbler territory. Are they going to catch him? Brought down at about the 10-yard line, around there. Just straight up the middle. Going to spot him at the 11. I think the flag, there's no flag. It just fell out of the referee's pocket, so there is no flag. He picks it up, puts it back in his pants. Here we go. China Spring comes to the line, 1st and 10 from the 11. Bowden keeps it, hands it off to the running back over the left-hand side. He goes nowhere. Going to give him about 1 maybe. Sean Burks along with Dadrian Perez. 2nd and 9.5.
Isaiah Williams, who's not the normal running back, he said when Barton got hurt, he said 2 carries, 1 for 20 yards and a touchdown and 1 for 51 yards.
Okay. Williams and Bowden in the backfield. Bowden keeps it himself, bounces, still on his feet.
Good job by.
Still on his feet, but then is taken down at about the 9-yard line. So good play there by Sean Burks. All right, 3rd and 8 from the 9. 2:26 left to go in the first quarter. China Spring leads 7-0.
Their field goal kicker is certainly good enough to make it from here, but you still want to stop them.
They come to the line, shotgun formation. Quarterback rolls to his left, looks to throw. Got a man in the end zone, out of bounds.
Nope, out of bounds. He's not going to beat us throwing the ball.
Caught it, but was out of bounds. Dason Varela on the coverage there. All right, so here we go. Kick extra field goal team comes out on the field. It's going to be a 26-yarder. Field goal kicker is Thomas Barr. High snap, put down, and it's good. So with 1:59 left to go in the first quarter, that brings the score to China Spring 10, Cuero Gobblers 0. Grace Memorial Chapel and Gable Woodworking are proud sponsors of the Cuero Gobblers. Davis Entities and Bush's Chicken are also proud sponsors of the Cuero Gobblers, as well as the Woodhouse Day Spa. They are our trusted sponsor of the Cuero Gobblers All Sports Booster Club. Ray, 1:59 left to go in the first. What are your thoughts on this first quarter so far?
Well, I think you got to maybe take a little positive away from the defense getting the stop there after giving up a 51-yard run on first down. You got to build off of that. Didn't go 3 and out, put together a drive. I'm not sure, like I said, I'm not blaming anybody. Tyson could have, if he'd cut outside, he'd have had an easy first down. But in any event, you don't know what they see when they're on the field all the time. But no, you got to go do something now offensively.
Yeah. Tyson Williams and Dason Varela deep for the Gobblers. Another pooch kick. Varela's going to take this one at about the 14-yard line. Cuts it upfield and gets out to about the 29. So roughly in the area that the Gobblers' other two drives have started. Here we go. Rosette trots onto the field after getting the play from the coaching staff. Gobblers break the huddle. Johnson and Durham come to the near side. Rosette in a shotgun with Tyson behind him. Rosette looks to throw. Overthrows Xavier Durham on the China Spring sidelines. He was double covered, but he had both those guys had a couple of steps on him. Cuero comes to the line again with Durham and Johnson split to the near side. Rosette under center. Tyson lined up behind him. Rosette hands off to Tyson over the left-hand side. Big run down the Gobbler sidelines into Cougar territory at the 30. Cut down at about the 21-yard line. Good run there by Tyson Williams around the left-hand side. Going to mark him at the 23-yard line, folks. Big run to the 23, a gain of?
Hang on, let me look up. I'm still writing stuff down. Let's see. We were at the 29, so that's 21 and 27 is 48 yards.
Here we go. Gobblers go up tempo. Come to the line quickly. Rosette under center. Fakes the handoff. Rolls to his left. Pressured.
Run.
Gets the corner. Throws. Overthrows A.J. Arroyo. Had him on a drag route over on the Gobbler sidelines and just overthrew him. Man, oh, man. That would have been
he'd have scored.
TD City right there, folks. Just barely overthrew him. So here we go, 2nd and 10 from the 23-yard line of the China Spring Cougars. Johnson, the Arcadi, go to the far side. Rosette flanked by both his running backs in a shotgun. Durham goes in motion, pitch to Durham, flags on the play. All right, it's going to be a false start against the Gobblers.
Not helpful.
Not helpful.
4 or 5 yard penalties on us and none on China Spring. We just got to settle in and play. I mean, I don't think athletically they're any better than we are. They look a little more relaxed than Cuero does at the moment.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 15. Ball spotted at the Cougar 28-yard line. Single receiver split to either side. Rosette under center. Durham goes in motion now. Hands off to Tyson over the left-hand side. He tries to bounce it and gets a gain of about 3, but they swarmed him. Going to give him 2. Going to be a 3rd and 13.
Definitely got 2 downs to get it here because we're not going to kick a field goal from here and we're not going to punt from here.
Clock goes just under a minute. China Spring leads 10-0. Gobblers looking to put points on the board. Johnson goes to the far side. Williams and Durham go to the near side. Rosette and Jones in the backfield. Rosette drops back. Slant route, Durham. He catches it, breaks 1 tackle, gets down to the 15. Going to be about 2 yards short of the first, folks. All right, here we go. 4th and 2 from the China Spring 15-yard line. Go the Gobblers. Rosette runs to Coach Jones to get the play.
Then 40-second clock.
All right, game clock goes under 10. Direct snap to Tyson Williams over the right-hand side.
First down.
So let me tell you about this play, folks. Rosette is under center, not all the way under center. He jumps straight up almost on the center's back. The ball goes through his legs, direct snap to Tyson Williams. He takes it around the right side, and I think it's a first down.
Yeah, they
right?
signaled.
Okay.
The ref signaled.
All right,
first
here we
down.
go. So little wrinkle trick play there for the Gobblers to get the first down. Had never seen that play before. Have you, Ray?
No. I haven't seen that, but I don't think I've ever seen the quarterback jump up and go between
But am
the
I right?
quarterbacks.
He
No.
jumped up to
He
where
jumped
he
in
was
the
up
air.
high enough to where the ball would go get
Right.
snapped under his
His
legs,
legs.
and Tyson took it around the right-hand side. So, all right, Gobblers get a new set of downs at about the 14-yard line.
I think it's actually going to be the 12
Yep,
play.
it's going to be the 12. So,
And so he got 3. Tyson picked up 3 on 4th and 2.
all right. Beginning of the second quarter, China Spring leads 10-0. Gobblers knocking on the door. Folks, don't miss the UIL Football State Championship starting Wednesday, December 15th at the AT&T Center in Arlington, Texas. Ticket information and more can be found at uiltexas.org. Okay, here we go. Gobblers with the 1st and 10 from the 12 of China Spring. Durham and Johnson split to the near side. Rosette under center with Tyson Williams lined up behind him. Rosette hands off to Tyson, flags on the play. Did we move again?
He was putting his hand up to his chest. He's not signaling motion.
Yeah,
No?
that's
okay.
what it is. It's motion on the Gobblers. So that is about the 5th one, Ray?
5th, well, 1 offsides and 1 offside defensively and 4 illegal procedure motion penalties. Hey, they're talking on mics. Okay. I couldn't tell if he was pointing like it's on the defense, but he was holding his hand up, I guess, to squeeze the mic.
Okay, 1st and 15. Ball's going to be spotted at the 17. Johnson to the far side. Williams and Durham to the near side. Rosette and Jones shotgun. Rosette rolls to his left. Looks downfield. Caught A.J. Arroyo at about the 10.
Good job.
Good job.
Picked up 7 yards to get you back to 2nd and 8. You're in 4-down territory anyway. Because that was not Rosette's first option. So it was a good job by him by going to secondary options.
All right, Gobblers come to the line. Johnson to one side, Durham to the other side. Rosette under center with his 2 running backs in the backfield, along with A.J. Arroyo in a power formation. Pitch to Jones over the right-hand side. He cuts it up, gets down to about the 6. Good tough run in there by Zyler Jones over the right-hand side.
Bring up 3rd and 4 from the 6.
Gobblers break the huddle. Single receiver split to either side. 2 receivers to the near side. Rosette and Jones in the backfield. Shotgun. Rosette drops back, looks to his right, throws, incomplete. Released the ball before Johnson made his cut. Not there. Johnson got one hand on it, but incomplete. 4th down. Looks like the field goal unit is coming on.
Well, they're right in the middle of the field. You couldn't ask for better, no angle. Basically, an extra point from 3 yards further back.
Daniel Houston is your holder. Harrison Crane is the kicker. Good snap, good hold. Harrison Crane drives it through, folks. So with 10:40 left to go in the half, that brings the score to China Spring 10, Cuero 3. Gilmer's up 7-0 over Salina. Middle of the first quarter. Winner of this game, winner of that game, faces off next week at AT&T. Lot at stake, folks. All right, Ray, so a good drive for the Gobblers, but still some
nervousness. Looks
some
like
sloppiness and some nervousness. You're right. So, again, I think if this offense of ours can get clicking, I mean – all right, this kickoff is going to be sponsored by Davis Entities.
That was 10 plays for the Gobbler offense, 3 minutes and 19 seconds, and we moved the ball from our own 29 to their 6. So 44 and 21, we moved the ball 65 yards.
Okay. We have Cowboy Perez out there as well. I think he's going to be doing the kicking duties. Another line squib kick over to the right, and it goes out of bounds. So Dadrian Perez is either feast or famine on his kickoffs, folks. When he gets a hold of it, it's going through the end zone. But if he doesn't get a hold of it, then it's just a sidewinder over to the right. Good distance, but it goes out of bounds at the 20. And so that'll draw a penalty.
And they'll spot it at the 30.
He's just a little off on his contact. All right, so Cougars come to the line, 1st and 10 from their 30-yard line. 10:37 left to go in the half. They lead 10-3. Quarterback takes a snap. Quick throw out to the left flat. Caught and driven out of bounds. Gain of about 5.
Yeah, from the 30 to the 35.
Xavier Durham drove him out of bounds, brings up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, the cornerback had turned to go deep, and he broke it off. He had his back to him when the ball was thrown. But
2 receivers split to the near side, 1 to the far side. Quarterback Bowden hands off to the running back up the middle. Williams, he spins and gets close to the first down. So good, tough run in there by Isaiah Williams, who is not the starting running back. But he has come in and been productive.
Yep. 20-yarder, 51-yarder, a 1-yarder, and a 5-yarder.
1st and 10, China Spring at their 40-yard line. Receiver goes in motion. Bowden rolls to his right. Keeper all the way. Cuts upfield. Good job there to bring him down, Sean Burks, but not after a gain of about 4.
They do, like I said, I think their runners do a good job of always falling forward. Looked like it was going to be about a 2-yard gain, and he kind of spins and leans forward and ends up falling on top of the defender, and they mark it at the 44.
2nd and 6. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Quarterback in a shotgun. He keeps it himself up the middle. Flags on the play.
Got to be on them.
Got to be for them to stop the play.
Yeah, because he was running with it. Pretty good defense, though. He wouldn't have made first down. He made 3 or 4 yards maybe.
Referees talk it over. All right, false start, Cougars.
First time on them
First
tonight.
time. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Looks like that starter number 4 is still on the sideline, but he doesn't have a helmet anywhere near.
All right, here we go. China Spring comes to the line. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Quarterback shotgun. Takes the snap, hands off to Williams around the right-hand side. Big gain down the sidelines. First down and more into Gobbler territory. Man, oh man. Shot brought down by Sean Burks and Dason Varela, but not after a big gain. Ball's going to be spotted at the Cuero 37-yard line. That's just
24. I mean,
that's just handoff to the running back going around around the end.
There.
All right, Cougars come to the line, and we have a stoppage in play. Timeout, China Spring. Okay. We want to thank our game sponsors tonight, Team Gable, Horseshoe Bay Resort Realty, Brad Gable and Christy Gable, ex-Gobbler Brad Gable, went on to play at Baylor and then in the pros, and his cousin Russell Gable, who's with Edward Jones. We want to thank them for tonight's game sponsorship. Okay, 1st and 10, China Spring at the Cuero 37-yard line. 8:46 left to go in the half. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Quarterback, empty backfield, keeps it himself up the middle, around the corner, inside the 30, inside the 20, down to about the 18. Going to give him the 19-yard line. So that is just, again, Cuero knew that he was going to do that. I mean, watching the film on this kid, but it's just a direct snap to him, and then he just takes it over the right or left.
We had 6 down linemen. We had 6 defensive linemen in a stance.
All right, both sides jump. Well, who are they going to call this on? This should be on them, Ray.
Yeah.
They came out of their stance. Oh, my. Offsides on the Gobblers. Our linebackers ran to the line, and as they're running to the line, the China Spring offensive lineman reacts. We're not past the line.
Right. I don't think we were in the neutral zone. You do? Okay. Oscar thinks we were, so maybe we were. If we were in the neutral zone and it forced them to jump.
All right, here we go. Keeper of the quarterback straight up the middle, touchdown. Touchdown, China Spring on a quarterback keeper straight up the middle. Just a quick hitter by Major Bowden straight up the middle, and he goes in untouched.
14 yards.
PAT is good. So with 8:14 left to go in the half, that brings the score to China Springs 17, Cuero 3.
Well, that took 2 minutes and 26 seconds on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plays to cover 70 yards.
Okay. Gobblers look to make something happen on this drive. Deep for the Gobblers is Tyson Williams and Dason Varela. Your second level is Xavier Durham, Dadrian Perez. The kick is going to be fielded by Dason Varela at the 21-yard line. He stutter steps and gets out to about the 27-yard line. Hesitation by Varela, and they come and clean him up. Cuero starts this drive 1st and 10 from their 27-yard line, 8:09 left to go in the half. Durham and Williams to the far side, Johnson's to the near side, Rosette and Jones in the backfield, shotgun. Rosette hands off to Jones over the left-hand side. Good run there, gain of about 5. Driven back 5 after he made 5. 2nd and 5. Cuero breaks the huddle. Single receivers, double receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side. Same formation as last time, Rosette and Jones in the backfield. Rosette, low snap, breaks the pocket, and is dropped for a loss. Big play there by the interior line to get through and drop Jerry Rosette for a loss of about 7. Brings up 3rd and 12. Ball's going to be spotted at the 25-yard line. Johnson and Durham split to the far side. Tyson Williams to the near side. Rosette and Jones. High snap. Rosette takes it, throws to his right. Caught. Johnson making dragging tacklers to about the 34, but going to be short. Going to be 3 yards short. Going to bring up 4th and 3. Ball spotted at the 34-yard line. And the punt team comes out.
Yeah, I think you got to punt here. I know you don't want to, but if we can't figure out defensively how to stop them, it's not going to make any difference. You feel what I'm saying? Anyway.
Brant Patek is your punter. Trey Hafford deep for the Cougars. And timeout Cuero.
No. Oh, he did. Okay.
Okay, so the Gobblers face a 4th and 3. They call to the sidelines and talk about it. What do you think they're talking about, Ray?
I don't know what they're talking about. I'll tell you what I'm thinking. Do you sense that there seems to be a different level of excitement, energy, or urgency between the two teams at this point? You know, they make a play and everybody's excited, and we make a play and it's businesslike, or they make a big play offensively against us defensively, and it seems like two different levels of intensity to me at this point.
We haven't really made too many big plays.
No, I know.
Excited about.
No, I know, but I mean, even the stands.
Yeah, no, you're
seeing
right.
that away. You know, on third down,
High snap. Patek brings it down, gets it off. Was it partially blocked? It might have been partially blocked. This thing's going to get fielded at the 36-yard line. So
30-yard punt, no return. Second 3 and out for the Gobbler offense in the first half.
all right. 6:18 left to go in the half. Panthers take over at their 36-yard line, up 17-3. Two receivers come out to the far side, one to the near side. Quarterback in a shotgun with the running back lined up to his right. He hands off to that. Keeps it himself. Makes one man miss. Good play there by Jeremiah Wilson to come up and drop, stop him for about a 3-yard gain.
You know, it's interesting in watching the game against West Orange Stark last week. China Spring, I know for sure, turned it over 3 times in the first half. I know 4 times in the game, maybe more. It would be very beneficial to us at this point.
I wish that would start happening tonight. Here we go. Quarterback hands off to Williams over the left-hand side. He gets brought down by A.J. Arroyo. So good play there. Short gain, going to bring up third and four. Cougars come to the line. Receivers split out both sides. Quarterback takes the snap, keeps it himself, cuts upfield, dropped, but falls forward, like you said, Ray, for a 1-yard past the sticks. First down.
Needed 4 and got 5.
First and 10, China Spring at the 48-yard line. Quarterback hands off to Williams. He tries to cut up, and is dropped by Burks. Gain of 2. Ball spotted just short of the 50-yard line, 2nd and 8. Two receivers split to the far side, one to the near side. Quarterback Bowden keeps it himself after faking it and is brought down. Oh, did they? Man, I thought they were going to call a face mask or a horse collar. All right, so good defensive play there by the Gobblers. Brings up a
Cowboy.
By Dadrian Perez. Brings up 3rd and 7. Their longest third down situation tonight. Clock just goes under 4 minutes. Quarterback looks to the sidelines, changes the play. Takes the snap, drops back, throws deep. Caught the ball between two Gobblers. Xavier Durham was right there, thought Xavier Durham had it, but he went right between two Gobblers.
Yeah. I mean, he just basically threw that up for grabs into double
sure,
coverage.
I thought Durham was going to pick it.
Yeah.
My gosh.
From the 49 all the way down to the
ball goes
16.
down to the 16-yard line on basically a Hail Mary that comes down in the Cougars' hands. Two receivers split to the near side, one to the far side.
Quarterback in a shotgun. Takes the snap, hands off to Williams up the middle, drags Gobblers to about the 11 or 12. Brings up 2nd and 6. That'll just make you sick right there, Ray.
Yeah, no, that should have been a pick.
And we jumped again. Yep, false start. Offsides Gobblers.
No, they're going to call it on China Spring.
He gave the false start signal though, didn't he?
Well, if it's false start, it'd be on the offense. It'd be
Oh
offside
yeah.
on the defense.
I'm still thinking about that pass play. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, 2nd and 11. China Spring. Shotgun formation. Quarterback takes a snap. Quarterback fakes and keeps it himself up the middle. Spins. Just a tough runner. Gets brought down by Kaysen Jander and Jeremiah Wilson, but he just spins and just tries to break tackles. Gain of about 4.
So it's going to be 3rd and 7 from the 13. They got to get to the 6.
Two receivers to the far side, one to the near side. Quarterback takes the snap, rolls to his left, looks to throw back across the field. Got a man, overthrows him.
That's the same play they ran against Carthage, but he threw a better pass against Carthage. They dragged the tight end from the far side. He kind of rolls left and throws back across the field.
Jeremiah Wilson was about a step behind the intended receiver, and luckily for the Gobblers, it sails over the Cougars' head. Extra point team or field goal team comes out. 30-yarder. Good snap, and
he's good.
It's good. So kid's got a good leg, folks. So with 1:46 left to go in the half, that brings the score to China Spring 20, Cuero 3.
Well, there's 1:46 left. We have 2 timeouts, and I think it's pretty imperative you're going to have to score to have any momentum. You feel what I'm saying?
Sure.
Because they get the ball to start the second half.
All right.
So for China Spring, that was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 play drive. They went from the 36 to the 13. So that's 51 yards. And Thomas Barr concludes it with a 30-yard field goal.
Dason Varela, Tyson Williams. Deep. Pooch kick fielded by Tyson at about the 22-yard line. He goes lateral and goes nowhere. Just goes east and west and is dropped. They're going to give him the 25-yard line. So that's where Cuero will start with 1:41 left to go in the half. Trailing 20-13. 20-3. Two receivers to the near side, Durham and Johnson. Rosette and Williams in the backfield. Rosette pressured, breaks the pocket, keeps it himself. Going to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to get a gain of about 1. Cuero comes to the line with Johnson and Durham split to the far side. Tyson Williams split to the near side. Rosette and Jones in the backfield. Shotgun. Rosette takes a snap, a low snap. He's pressured, throws it away, in and out of the hands of LeBron Johnson. Man, they came through and leveled Rosette. He did everything he could to get that thing off. Wow.
Yeah, no, they bring pressure every play. There's absolutely no doubt about what their intention is. I mean, they just line up 6 guys across the front of the ball, and the 2 guys off the outside are just coming. I mean, you don't have any time.
All right, Cuero breaks the huddle, facing a 3rd and 9 with 55 seconds left to go in the half. Same formation, 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Rosette and Jones. Low snap, Rosette gets it off. Caught by Tyson Williams. He gets out of bounds. Past the marker, so first down, Cuero.
Nice job by Jerry there. It would help if the snap would be a little better.
Sure. 36-yard line is where the Gobblers will start this next set of downs. 50 seconds left to go in the half.
But, yeah, that was that one before where he got leveled and really didn't have time to step into it. If he could have stepped into it, I think he could have got it far enough that LeBron would have been behind the guy. But we haven't – that's the first really attempt to throw the ball deep.
Play clock goes we have to call a timeout. Man, we weren't lined up good. We weren't lined up correctly, and Gobblers had to burn a timeout. All right, the Cuero Record and Bush's Chicken are gold sponsors of the Cuero Gobbler Booster Club. The Woodhouse Day Spa is a trusted sponsor of the Cuero All Sports Booster Club. Jay and Selena Condi, they're proud sponsors of the Cuero Gobbler Booster Club. And Davis Entities is also a proud sponsor of the Cuero Gobblers. Again, we appreciate all those sponsorships from those businesses. Johnson and Durham split to the near side. Jones split to the far side. Rosette, good.
There he is.
Throws downfield, caught by Xavier Durham in the middle of the field. Gets taken down at the 50. He had good protection there, folks.
Yeah, good snap helps.
Cuero comes straight to the line, going up tempo. Play clock goes to 30 and counting. Rosette takes a snap, looks to his left, quick throw, almost picked off and taken the other way. Man, he jumped that route. Isaiah Williams, the running back, also plays DB. He jumped that route and almost took it 50 yards the other way. .20 seconds left to go in the half. 2nd and 10 for the Gobblers at the 50-yard line.
Let's go. Get out of the huddle.
Williams and Durham to the far side. Johnson to the near side. Gobblers better hurry up. They get it off. Rosette looks to his right, throws it up, and out of bounds. You got to give credit to the China Spring secondary, Ray. I mean, they're not letting us get behind them
well, they play kind of two. Most of the time, looks like they're playing cover two. You know, they're playing man to man with the corners, but they've got 2 safeties back. But like the play where he rolls and the guy in the middle of the field, those are the plays they're going to try to take away the deep stuff.
Yeah. Johnson and Durham split to the far side.
But see, they got
Rosette under center with 2. Now he's in the shotgun with flanked by both backs. Play clock goes under 5. Down at 3. Gets it off. Hands off to Jones over the left-hand side. Big run down inside the 40. Going to give him the 39. Clock's at 8 seconds.
China Springs going to call timeout.
All right. So China Spring calls timeout with 6 seconds left. Our halftime sponsor tonight is RNC Insurance. They are also a gold sponsor of the Cuero Gobbler Booster Club, along with Lance Tire and Automotive and Limitless Off-Road and Performance. Lance Tire and Automotive is also our touchdown sponsor. I'd like to be calling Lance Tire and Automotive a little more tonight. They're going to put 1 second back on the clock, so it's going to be 7 seconds left in the half. Gobblers trailing 20-3. So China Springs puts their defensive backs in a prevent defense. They're lined up at the 1 at the 5, 2 at the 10, taking away this deep ball. And now Cuero calls a timeout. Okay, as Ray said, China Spring will get the ball to begin the second half, so it's very imperative that Gobblers get something here. But China Spring's not going to make it easy. Their DBs are
Yeah,
deep.
you almost have to kind of hope for somebody jump up and catch one, or you've got to get a defensive penalty that gets you a little closer. You know what I'm saying, to have one more untimed.
Here we go. 3 receivers split to the far side, 1 to the near side. Rosette drops back, lets it go. Hail Mary, and intercepted in the end zone. So that is your first half, folks, with China Spring leading the Cuero Gobblers 20-3. We'll take a break, come back in a little bit.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, folks, we're back here at Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. We got about 4.5 minutes left to go in this halftime. Ray, tell us what the numbers show. Scoreboard shows 20-3, but tell us what the numbers show.
The numbers aren't as bad as 20-3, but they're still pretty bad. But first downs, Cuero had 6, China Spring had 12. Yards rushing, Cuero 14 carries for 87. All in all, it's not a bad average. What is that? 6 yards a carry. China Spring 24 for 197. Of course, 51 and 20 of that came on 2 runs. Yards passing, Cuero 64, China Spring 48. So Rosette was 7 of 15 with the. You hate to give him a pick, but he had a pick on the last play of the half, but that's not his fault, throwing it up for grabs. China Spring just 3 of 5. Cuero punted 3 times. China Spring never punted. Neither team fumbled. Neither team lost a fumble. 2 field goals for them, 1 for us, but 2 touchdowns for them. Probably the biggest difference is Jack likes to average more than 6 yards on first down, and we were 11 for 47, so 4.3 on first down, whereas China Spring was 14 for 130, so they averaged 9.3 on first down. But that helps when you have a 51-yard run. You fought what I'm saying on first down to skew that. But, total yards, Cuero 151, China Spring 245, so you're 90, 90 yards apart, but they get the ball to start the second half. Time of possession's almost virtually even. 12-11 for China Spring, 11-49 for the Gobblers. But if you don't get a stop on the first possession and then go score, I don't think you stand much chance, and you may not even stand a chance if you do that. But at least you end the ball game at 20-10.
Yeah, we talked about it in the first half. The China Spring put the ball on the ground 4 times last week and threw at least 1 pick. So tonight they're playing a much cleaner game,
right?
And that doesn't bode well for the Gobblers. You kind of hope we could create or get a couple of turnovers, but both teams are actually playing pretty clean ball.
Yeah, we had 7 unforced penalties, 7 5-yard penalties. They only had the 2, but those are basically. I was down the hall a little bit talking to some guys, and some of the procedure penalties, because we kept saying we didn't see anybody jump. Apparently, 3 of them were formations, lined up in illegal formations. I'm not sure. I know what an illegal formation is. I'm not sure which kind they were, but that's what I heard down in the newspaper booth, if you will. And it's just you can't shoot yourself. That killed that first drive. Mm-hmm. We had the ball to start the game, killed that, and then. We had the second drive when A.J. Aurora jumped. You fought him saying that was an actual procedure where he jumped. But you can't, like you said, you can't do that at this level. And, again, I'm not making excuses. Brad, you and Brad were part of them, but I said before the game, just even in the crowd it seems like it. But, we've been here 18 times, and this is, to my knowledge, maybe their second time in the semifinals.
Yeah.
And
the second half kickoff, sponsored by Davis Entities, has just gone underway. Dadrian Perez kicks it to the Cougars, and he brings it out to the 40. So pretty good starting field position for the Cougars. All right, so they come out on the field leading 20-3, looking to put more on the board while the Gobbler defense is looking to shut this thing down. 2 receivers split to the far side, 1 to the near side. Quarterback hands off to Isaiah Williams up the middle, and he has stuffed Javari Bacon and Jeremiah Wilson. So good defensive stand there, only a gain of 2. Bring up 2nd and 8. So let's see if the Gobblers made some adjustments at halftime to throttle this offense. Three receivers split to the far side, 1 to the near side. Quarterback in an empty backfield shotgun. He looks to throw. He's pressured and breaks the tackle, and then he gets dropped. No gain. They're going to give him a gain of 1. So good pressure there by the Gobbler defense.
Big third down.
Defense is looking good after the first 2 plays, Ray.
3rd and 7. See if you can get something. Get the ball back here.
I don't want to call it too early, but, they're looking pretty good the first 2 plays. Let's see what they can do here. Third 3rd and 7. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Quarterback rolls to his right, looks to throw downfield. In and out of the hands. Good play there by Dason Varela to break this thing up.
Break that up. Yeah, good job. We'll take a 3 and out.
Want to thank our game sponsors, Team Gable, Horseshoe Bay Resort Realty, Brad Gable and Christy Gable. We have him in the booth tonight.
Yeah, Brad.
Him and his son Gage are in the booth watching it with us. So we appreciate their sponsorship. Also, Russell Gable with Edward Jones. So thank those guys for game sponsorship. All right, here we go. Punt formation. They let this thing go high, not a long kick. Takes a Cuero roll. Spins back about 2 yards. So the Gobblers will take over at about their 34-yard line.
So a 23-yard punt, no return.
They're going to spot this thing at the 35-yard line. So, Ray, is this the best starting field
15,
position for us tonight?
Yeah, actually a 22-yard punt. So with no return. Yeah, that's what you want. They only kept it 1 minute and 30 seconds. 3 plays, and it comes back. So you got to go do something with it now.
Yep, LeBron Johnson, Xavier Durham split to the near side. Rosette rolls to his right, pressured, dumps it off, picked off. Held on to it a little too long, and China Spring picks it off. Not what the offense wanted to start with.
Yeah, picked it off right at midfield, and we were lucky. We hung on to his leg, kept him to a 3-yard return. But
China Spring will start this drive in Gobbler territory at the 47-yard line.
that's probably one of those instances of thinking you got to do something. You just throw the ball out of bounds and play another day. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's not like you had to do it on the first play.
He did have LeBron one-on-one down the sidelines, but number 8 stepped in front of it and picked it off. Quarterback hands off to Isaiah Williams. He bounces it to the left-hand side, gets big yardage down inside the 30, driven out of bounds at about the 24. So China Spring on the move again. First and 10, China Spring at the Cuero 24-yard line. Quarterback takes a snap, hands off to the running back around the right-hand side, brought down by Sean Burks.
Burks is a tackling machine.
Yeah.
He just doesn't, even in the open field, it's a good job coming from the inside in his linebacker position. Because if he doesn't make that tackle
Touchdown.
below the knees,
It's a touchdown.
it's a touchdown.
5-yard gain, bring up 2nd and 5. Two receivers split to the far side, 2 to the near side. Quarterback fakes the handoff and is met at the mesh point by Donovan Jones.
That's a loss of 2.
Loss of 2, so Case and Jander, Donovan Jones, and Javari Bacon.
Be 3rd and 7.
Yeah. 2 receivers split to the far side, 1 to the near side. Quarterback in a shotgun. Looks to the sidelines to change the play.
Yeah, we walked the corner in like we were going to blitz the corner, and the safety went out to have the deep outside, but then they changed and we went back. You know, here he comes.
Quarterback fakes throwback to the running back on the backside, gets inside the 10, falls down inside the 5. 1st and goal.
Yep.
Just a quarterback rollout to his left, throwback to the running back on a screen, and he gets it down inside the 5. You're going to spot him at the 4.
17
Quarterback
yards.
keeps it himself right up the middle. Good push, touchdown.
Yep, you got the stop you wanted, and then you throw the pick, and all the air goes out of the balloon, and now you got to pick yourself up and play for pride, because if you don't, you're going to get run.
Yeah.
I know it's not basketball, but you're going to get run out of the gym if you if you don't. Yep, after the turnover, it took China Spring all of 5 plays to cover 47 yards.
The PAT was no good, so that brings the score to – it was good. I'm sorry. It brings the score to 27-3.
Minute 39 off the clock.
All right. Tyson Williams and Dason Varela deep for the Gobblers. Yeah, Ray, you talked about it. You kind of see what you're made of here.
Yep.
See if you can bounce back and show some competitiveness. High kick fielded by Dason at the 25-yard line. He takes it out to about the 32.
Good job by their kicker. I mean, the ball's so high, by the time he catches it, everybody's within 10 yards of him. There's not even really a lane, We
have an injured Gobbler on the field. Dason Varela is injured. Training staff comes out to look at him. RNC Insurance and Lance Tire and Automotive are gold sponsors of the Cuero Gobbler Booster Club. Limitless Off-Road and Performance is also a gold sponsor of the Cuero Gobbler Booster Club. Actually, the injured Gobbler was Braden Mathis. He jogs off the field.
No, it's
Okay.
Is it Dason? I can't tell, or is that
you're
Braden?
Right. I didn't.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I know what you saw, but yeah, he was back over here between the trainer and one of the student trainers.
It is Dason.
He's walking on it. He kind of got his arms around on the shoulders of the trainer and one of the student trainers, but.
All right, so Cuero starts his drive from their 33-yard line. They break the huddle with Durham and Johnson split to the far side. Rosette under center. Tyson Williams lined up behind him. Rosette turns and hands off to Williams up the middle, and he goes nowhere. No gain, 2nd and 10. Cuero breaks the huddle with Durham and Johnson split to the near side. Gobblers come quick. Pitch it to Tyson over the right-hand side. Makes two men miss. Gets the first down.
Good job by Tyson.
Good run there. Good 11-yard run there by Tyson Williams. Cuero goes up tempo. They flip the formation. 2 receivers to the far side. Rosette pitches it to Tyson over the left-hand side. Good run there of about 5 or 6.
You got out to midfield.
The ball goes to midfield. 2nd and 4. Sean Burks comes into the game. Tyson Williams goes out.
Looked like his helmet. Something's wrong with his helmet. He took his helmet off. Oh, it popped off? Okay.
Johnson split to the near side. Rosette flanked by Jones and Burks. Rosette hands off to Burks over the right-hand side. Big gain out inside the 40, or down inside the 40. So it's going to first down Gobblers at the China Spring 39-yard line.
He didn't carry the ball all year to the Wimberley game on that touchdown run, and now I think he's gotten several carries the last 3 games. Too busy playing defense.
LeBron Johnson split to the near side. Rosette flanked by Burks and Jones. Rosette rolls to his left. Throws it out of bounds. Incomplete. Just not a lot of open receivers tonight, Ray.
Yeah.
2nd and 10.
Brad's still in the booth, but I think he would agree. If you're in the middle of the field as a quarterback, you can pretty much throw to the whole field. When you roll all the way to the sideline, you really narrow down where you can throw the ball. And they're forcing us to do that. I mean, of course, he's left-handed, so he's rolling left. But
Quarterback pitches to Jones over the left-hand side. He gets about a yard. Brings up 3rd and 9. Cuero comes to the line with Durham to one side, Johnson to the other side. Rosette under center. Williams is back in the game. Hands off to Williams up the middle. He cuts it.
Oh, good
cuts
job
it
of
back.
following
Gets
that.
inside the 30 to about the 25.
that's a good call, number 1, expecting pass. But number 2, he did a good job of waiting on the blocker.
First down, Cuero at the China Spring 25-yard line.
Picked up 13.
5:44 left to go in the third. Johnson split to the far side. Rosette under center with Jones and Williams behind him. The handoff is to the fake. He faked it to Williams, rolled out to his left, and there was nobody there, just threw it incomplete out in the left flat.
If he had time to throw, A.J. would have been wide open, but he just has no time to throw. They just come off the corner so hard. But he had Durham coming short and A.J., going to the corner 20 yards down the field, but he just has no time to set up and throw.
All right. Gobblers come to the line. 3 receivers split to the near side. Rosette and Jones. Rosette rolls to his left again, looks downfield, and gets rid of it. Incomplete. They're just stretching Rosette to the sidelines, and he's running out of room. He's just got to get rid of it or take a big loss. Incomplete.
Yeah, I'm going to give credit to Brad for this insight, but they play man on the outside, but they play 2 safeties, 2 high safeties, and Brad's saying we should be able to run the ball against that. It's tough to get the ball deep.
They do run it to Tyson. He goes to the
goes
left side
backwards.
and gets dropped for about a yard loss.
But whoever goes deep, the cornerback goes with him, and then they got the safety over the top.
All right, 4th and 11.
Brad, is that what they call like a Tampa 2 where you have the 2 safeties back like that? Okay. Brad Gable says yes. So if you're trying to throw the ball, where's the hole? In the middle of the field at 10 to 15 yards, the tight end?
LeBron Johnson split to the far side. Rosette Williams in the backfield, 4th and 11. He takes the snap, got time,
There he is.
gets rid of it, and throws it
picked it.
into the end zone for a pick. Not sure where he was throwing that one, Ray.
Right. No, yeah,
There was nobody around.
There was nobody close to the – I mean, he had a receiver back over by the goalpost, but that ball was thrown between the hash and the numbers to the outside.
Picked off by Isaiah Williams, who
Having quite a night.
he's having quite a night. He's also the running back.
I was told something interesting the other day. You say it, they say, but I was told in college and in high school you get no credit for yards in the end zone. Like if you catch the kickoff 9 yards deep in the end zone, you don't get a 109-yard kickoff return. It's a 100-yard kickoff return. So that's a 20-yard interception return.
2 receivers to the far side. A quarterback keeps it himself up the middle. Good run there of about 8. Brought down by Burks. Going to give him 9, so it's going to be 2nd and 1. China Spring is probably going to take a timeout here.
They're going.
Don't have the play that they want, so they will take a timeout with 3:34 left to go in the third quarter. Grace Memorial Chapel and Gable Woodworking, proud sponsors of the Cuero Gobblers. Also, Davis Entities and Bush's Chicken are proud sponsors of the Gobbler Booster Club, as well as the Woodhouse Day Spa and Jay and Selena Condi. They are all proud sponsors of the Cuero Gobbler Booster Club.
Brad, back in your day for Cuero, y'all never had 2,000-yard receivers in the same year, did you? Which we've had this year. I don't think Cuero's ever had that happen before. And Rosette is thrown for about 2,700 yards.
That set the record when I was a senior, 3A state record.
What was the 3A?
Quarterback takes the snap, hands off to the running back up the middle.
Because I think
First down.
Jack Alvarez had his quarterback at Ennis when they won the state championship at Ennis. I think it was the 4th all-time leading passer in the state, but he said he never had 3,000 yards. Yeah, like 2,800 or something 3 years in a row. But, yeah, those numbers have been non-existent tonight.
Quarterback shotgun formation. Hands off to Williams around the left-hand side. He gets cut down. Well, no, he's still going. Gain of about 3. That gets it out to the 40.
Clay, on the
Brings
first
up 2nd and 6.
On the second deal for the first down, 2nd-yard run, was the quarterback again? I'm sorry, I'm talking to Brad here. The play before that play.
Yes.
The quarterback, thank you. That's what I thought. But I got too many things going on here, writing and talking. And
quarterback takes the snap, rolls to his right, pressured, incomplete. Good pressure there by Christian Holmes.
bring up 3rd and 6.
Got some ex-Gobblers out there listening. Tom Kelly and Harold Buckner, they're listening out there. Thank y'all very much. All right, quarterback. Play clock is down under 10. Shotgun formation. Gets it off, rolls to his right, looks to throw back. Got a man wide open in the on the backside into Gobbler territory down to about the 30-yard line. That's number 8, Trey Hafford on a wide receiver throwback.
They've done that twice tonight, not to him, but they've rolled left and thrown back all the way across to the tight end. That time they rolled right, you know what I'm saying, and threw all the way back across.
Wide open.
We blitzed somebody off that side. I don't know if it was – couldn't tell what the number was, so I don't know who it was, but he left that side of the field open.
Quarterback hands off to the running back around the right-hand side. He cuts it up, gets inside the 20, stiff arms, gets inside the 10, and pushed out of bounds. Going to spot him at the 8. Good, tough run in there by Isaiah Williams. First and goal from the 8 is China Spring. Quarterback flanked by 2 running backs. Hands off up the middle. Gets inside the 5. He's still going. They're going to give him.
Now they're going to mark it back here at the 4. Yeah. Can't tell what that. Man, these numbers are hard to see on these light blue jerseys. Is that number 33 or 13? The running back with his hands on his hip. 33? Thank you, Cage. 33? Okay. I appreciate the help.
Quarterback in a shotgun formation, 2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Hands off to the 33 up the middle again, and he goes in for the touchdown. All right, so China Spring scores with a minute 18 left to go in the third. PAT to follow. And it is good. So that brings the score to 34-3 in favor of the China Spring Cougars.
Yeah, it was 8 plays, 80 yards, 3 minutes even. See you, man.
All right. Deep for the Gobblers is going to be Tyson Williams, and I think Decent. No, it's Donovan Jones is going to be the other deep man now for the Gobblers. Dason Varela got hurt on the last kickoff return, and he hasn't returned. So another high pooch kick, directional kick, fielded by Xavier Durham at the 23. Fair caught. They're going to give him the 22. So the Cuero offense will start at their own 22 with a minute 18 left to go in the third. They're going to give him the 25.
Oh, if you fair catch it inside the 25, it comes out to the 25.
Okay.
Yep, that's correct. Now in college and high school, so.
Johnson to one side, Durham to the other side. Rosette hands off to Johnson on a reverse, and he gets dropped for a loss. Swarming defense just.
I think he shows something, that motion, that look, guy going left to right, fake it to him and roll to the right because the flow all goes that way rather than just taking the snap and rolling left to begin with.
2nd and 12 for the Gobblers. Quarterback in a shotgun, flanked by 2 running backs. Rosette hands off to Tyson, flag on the play.
It's got to be on the offense if they blew the whistle.
You are correct. 5-yard penalty pushes the Cuero offense back.
So now it's 2nd and 17.
With 38 seconds left to go in the third quarter, Cuero trailing 34-3. Two receivers split to the near side, one to the far side. Rosette rolls to his left, throws, Almost
Ooh,
with
almost a
one-handed
great
catch by
catch.
Tyson Williams.
Almost a great catch.
But again, he had to thread it in there, and the defensive secondary was just not giving Rosette any lanes.
Well, in the second half, I'm not saying at all this is Jerry's fault, but in the second half, we've attempted 6 passes, and we now have 2 interceptions and 4 incompletions. Number one, there's no time to throw it, and number two, there's really nobody open.
2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Rosette drops straight back, looks to throw back. Caught by Durham. Makes one man miss, but he's well short of the first down. Going to bring up 4th and about 7 or 8.
Yeah, they had 6 men on the line that time. They only rushed 3, so they're dropping 8. You feel what I'm saying, into coverage, and there's just nobody open. I mean, you complete a pass there from the 18 out to the 28, so you pick up 10 yards on the pass, but you needed 17 for a first down.
That is the end of the third quarter. Third quarter, folks. With the score, China Spring 34, Cuero 3.
What anybody, Oscar? I know that people can't hear you talk. What's the latest in the Gilmer-Salina game? Anybody know? You gonna pull it up for us? Okay. Because that's who. 14-0 Gilmer. Okay. Anybody remember? I do, but anybody remember Gilmer's mascot? I'm turning around to the other people in the booth. Buckeyes, yes. Ohio State Buckeyes, the Gilmer Buckeyes.
Brant Patek out to field this to punt this thing away.
Their longtime coach, Traylor's doing a great job up at UTSA. Didn't he come from Gilmer? You shaking your head no? Is that a no?
No, I don't
you don't
know.
know? Okay.
Patek gets it away. Takes the China Spring. Y'all got me thinking about Salina. Takes a China Spring roll and ends up at the 44-yard line. So good field position for China Spring to start this fourth quarter.
$11:51.
Mason Nataro in the game in the secondary. New quarterback in the game for China Spring. Keeps it himself around the right-hand side. Brought down by Mason Nataro, sophomore. So Nataro comes in and makes the tackle after a 2-yard gain. The quarterback now is Isaiah Red.
Number
15.
15, thank you.
China Spring going to milk this clock. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Quarterback shotgun. Snaps it under 5 seconds. Hands off up the middle. 33, first down. Good tough run in there by the Cougar. Goes into Gobbler territory. Ball's going to be spotted at the Cuero 43-yard line. Quarterback takes a snap, rolls to his right, looks to throw downfield. Got a man wide open, overthrows him. Mason Nataro was the defender, and he fell down, leaving the receiver wide open, and
Yeah.
he was overthrown. Second and 10. Cougars come to the line. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Handoff up the middle. Big gain. First down. Or close to it. Nope. You're going to bring up 3rd and less than a yard.
They moved.
China Spring looks like they moved. So the 3rd and less than a yard goes to 3rd and about 6. Two receivers near side, 1 to the far side, quarterback in a shotgun. Takes the snap and another flag. Another false start. Where was this in the first half?
Half, right. We've gone from 3rd and less than 1 to 3rd and less than 11. Not much less than 11. They got to get all the way to the 33, and the ball's almost at the 44. 43 and 2 feet.
All right, looks like somebody called a timeout. 9:17 left to go in the game. China Spring leads 34-3.
I meant to look this up, and I didn't, but I guess they played in state in 2007 because they beat Cuero in the semifinals. But I don't know if have they won a state championship?
I think they've got one state
championship. They've got one state championship. Yeah, the Bells have been up there for forever, the Bell family. The dad, Bell, was longtime head coach, and then the son, Sean Bell, who's now quarterback coach at Baylor University, and his brother, I believe it's Brian, is the head coach.
Yep.
So it's kind of like the Detmers at Somerset. You know, they've been there. Somebody from the Bell family's been in charge of the China Spring football program for a long time.
All right, quarterback takes a snap, and he's dropped for a loss by Brant Patek, a big loss, all the way back into Gobbler territory at about the 45. So that brings up 4th and long.
Yeah, that's an 11-yard loss. So now it's 4th and 22.
Punt formation for the Cougars. Their punt formation is an odd-looking formation. Everybody's about 5 yards from each other. You notice that, Ray?
Yeah, they really spread the field out. Oh, what a punt.
Good punt. Takes a China Spring, well, it goes out of bounds.
What's the punter's number when he turns? He's a defensive player. Is it 11? Yeah, it is 11. Thank you.
All right, Cuero will take over at their 18-yard line. 8:33 left to go in the game. Cuero comes to the line quickly. Rosette hands off to Jones up the middle. Gain of about 1. China Springs got some subs in, but they do also still have some starters. Brings up 2nd and 9. Gobblers come to the line, 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Rosette and Jones in the backfield. Tyson goes in motion. Rosette takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, looks downfield, throws, got in and out of the hands of LeBron Johnson. It was a low pass, but we've seen LeBron make harder ones.
We got a flag on the play.
Not that time.
Oh, they're going to wave it off.
Gobblers face a 3rd and 9 from their 20-yard line. 2 receivers split to the near side, 1 to the far side. Rosette. Quick throw out to the left, but nope, they sack him. He looked to throw quick out to the left flat, but brought the ball back in and was dropped. And the punt team comes on. Not our finest hour in protecting the quarterback tonight, Ray.
Definitely a true statement.
Patek deep.
Let's see.
To punt the ball.
The 19 back to the 4th, a loss of 5.
Good snap. Patek gets it off. Knuckleball. Fielded by the Cougar at the 46 and dropped at the 46. I'm sorry, 36.
Yeah. This is one of those things where you like something positive to happen, but you're almost to the point now you'd like to get out of here without any further damage.
Exactly.
Is that a polite way to say that?
That's very polite. Quarterback in a shotgun, flanked by 2 running backs. He takes the snap, hands off to number 33 around the right-hand side. Sean Burks and A.J. Arroyo clean him up. Gain of about 2. Micah Montalongo in the game now. Quarterback shotgun formation. Keeps it himself up the middle. Brought down after a short gain. Brings up 3rd and 5.
We're talking about the Bell family. We can hear the radio booth next to us from China Springs saying it'll be the first time they've been in the state final since Mark Bell was the quarterback. So there's another, must have been multiple brothers.
Quarterback fakes the handoff and keeps it himself, but he gets no gain. So good defensive play there by the Gobbler defense.
Yeah, he lost a yard.
Brings up 4th and 6. Play clock goes just under 5 minutes left in this game.
They're going to call time. They're going to let it run all the way down and call timeout.
You are correct. That's their last timeout. 4:41 left to go in the game. Got a good group of kids coming back next year, Ray. Tyson Williams, Dason Varela, the Jones brothers, Jeremiah Wilson, Christian Holmes, Matt Guerrero, Javari Bacon, Garrett Lance. I mean, so they got a good core group coming back.
Oh, for sure.
They're trying a field goal. And he just misses it to the left. That was where'd he spot it?
The ball was snapped from the 32, so it was put down on the 39, so it'd be 49-yard field goal.
Just missed it to the left. So had the leg, I think. He just pulled it a little. So ball goes over on downs after the missed field goal. Two receivers split to the far side, one to the near side. Quarterback takes a snap, throws downfield, got a man, caught. Xavier Durham, touchdown Gobblers. That touchdown brought to you by Lance Tire and Automotive. Jerry Rosette picks himself off the turf, so didn't see him get hit, but it looks like he took a shot there on that touchdown. Gobbler offense stays out on the field.
12-4. That was 68 yards.
Cuero comes to the line to attempt this two-point conversion. Snap it again, throw it, in and out of the hands. Again, that trick play where Rosette jumps, they snap it under his, in between his legs. Tyson catches it, and this time he tried to throw it to either A.J. Arroyo or
two guys, 2 feet
Xavier
apart,
Durham,
yeah.
and incomplete. So PAT is no good. Brings the score to 34-9 with 4:25 left to go in the game.
Well, a one-play, 10-second drive. $68 yards.
Okay. We have Will Davis and Harrison Crane both in the game as a kicker. Let's see which one kicks it. Onside kick attempt, fielded by the Cougars at about the 46-yard line. They'll take over there. Flag on the play. Got to be offsides on the Cuero.
You know, as Brad was saying that, Gable was saying that when he played at the time, he had our classification state record for 2,500 yards. You fought him saying
Sure.
in a season.
3A class record,
Correct.
class state record.
And
That's
4A is now 3A. But, you know, Jerry came into tonight with, give you an accurate number here. Jerry came into the night with 2,760 yards, and at this point he's got 132, so he's almost to 2,900.
Handoff to the running back up the middle, a gain of about 3. Gets into Gobbler territory. Started out in Gobbler territory. Gets to about the 46. Yeah, Ray, times have changed. Back then that was a lot of yards, but nowadays, that's what the number Brad set the record at. That's for most teams, that's an average year,
Yeah. Shows you how the style of the game has changed.
Sure. Quarterback hands off to the running back straight up the middle. Gain of about 5. Brought down by Braden Mathis. And Jeremiah Wilson. Cougars come to the line. We have a different quarterback now. Number 13, Billy LeMay. He's your quarterback. Hands off up the middle to the running back. Good tackle there by the Gobblers, led by
Bart Nataro.
Mason Nataro.
Or Mason, I'm sorry. Bart's the dad.
It brings up a 4th and about 2.
They call timeout again.
Cuero calls the timeout this time. I mentioned some juniors that were coming back. We also have sophomores Brant Patek, Mason Nataro, Nathan Lucian, Cody Bishop, Savon Wilson, Jack Bauer. Those sophomores were all on varsity this year, and most of those guys right there saw extended playing time. So the cupboard is not bare for the Cuero Gobblers. China Spring comes to the line facing a 4th and 2. They're going to go for it. Quick throw out to the left flat.
Nothing doing.
Nothing doing. Receiver caught it, but he was swarmed by the Gobbler secondary.
He actually lost. Where are they going to spot this here? At the 43. He lost 2. So the ball goes over on downs.
2:45 left to go in the game. Cuero takes over at their 43-yard line. Rosette remains in the game at quarterback. Daniel Houston is your running back. Rosette drops back, tries to make the tackler miss, and he's dropped for a loss. Jerry has not had much time to throw tonight.
Definitely has not had. It's a loss of 6, so 2nd and 16 from the 37. I'd like to see him pick up another 20 or 30 yards and get over 29. You know what I'm saying? Get over the 2,900.
Rosette goes under center. Turns and hands off to Tyson up the middle. Short gain of about 2. Takes it to the 40. Brings up 3rd and 13. Rosette, shotgun formation. Takes the snap, drops back, throws it deep, double coverage. In and out of the hands of LeBron.
That's a classic example of the difference in tonight. That looked just like the play in the first half where we should have intercepted it, and they end up catching it. And they have 2 guys there, and we get our hands on it and don't come down with it.
Yeah. Fourth and 13. Xavier Durham split to one side. Donovan Jones split to the other side. Rosette takes the snap. Wants to extend this drive. Throws another one downfield. Incomplete. Intended receiver was Donovan Jones. Ball goes over on downs. Minute 20 left. You got to think China Springs just going to kneel on it. All right, China Springs comes to the line. Another quarterback change. They're 4 deep on their quarterbacks. He takes a knee. Well, Ray, it's been a fun year, man. Too bad we couldn't have finished it at AT&T, but we want to thank everybody that listened all year long. Again, Gobblers are going to be tough for the years to come. They got some good young talent coming back. They got some good young players on the freshman and JV. The 8th grade class is a good class, according to Coach Alvarez. So the Gobblers, good times are coming for this program.
Yep. No, it's. I mean, I don't know that realistically. I thought when the season started that we would be 13-2. You follow what I'm saying? And playing in the semifinals after last year we were 5-6. The year before that we were 3-7. So no, I mean and to be ranked in the top 10 all year and beat several ranked teams. You follow what I'm saying along the way to get here.
Yeah.
Nothing to hang your head about.
No.
I know they're not going to be happy with the way they played tonight, from the players all the way to the coaches. I don't know. I don't know whether the scheme wasn't what we thought and we couldn't adjust, but it just never looked in sync, so to speak. I don't know.
No, you're exactly right. Well, folks, your final 34-9, China Spring comes out on top. Well, again, we appreciate you listening, and we'll see you next year.
Enjoyed it, Clay. Thank you, Oscar.
Thank you, Oscar. Appreciate all your help this year.
Good night, everybody.